Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on. And as it is the 29th of May, we are going to be watching The FBI Story from 1959, directed by Marvin LeRoy and starring James Stewart. Now, as I've mentioned before, being a fan of James Stewart, I am well aware of his catalog of movies. Now, I haven't seen every single movie, and while I was aware of this particular movie, I had not seen it until the viewing for this project. And like I'd mentioned, not only does this movie star James Stewart, but it also stars Vera Mills, Joyce Taylor, Murray Hamilton, Larry Pennell, Nick Adams, Diane Jurgens, and Gene Wills. So for the most part, we are listening to a FBI agent reciting his career. This veteran being Chip Hardesty, who is played by James Stewart. And he basically narrates the occurrences from like the 1920s to like the 1940s for his working with the FBI. After he'd married Lucy Ann, who is Vera Miles, who's a local librarian, Hardesty is supposed to leave the leave the agency. But when he hears J. Edgar Hoover speak, he has a change of heart. He fully embraces the agency itself, as he ends up traveling from one investigation to another with his partner, Sam Cardinal, who is played by Murray Hamilton. And then, basically, Hardesty ends up facing down, famous mobsters, Klansmen, and spies of all sorts. So that being said, this movie is sort of like what Forrest Gump is, the storytelling. He just happens to be involved with a lot of major investigations throughout his storied career within the FBI. From his earliest assignment of being sent to investigate the KKK, and then to investigate deaths of Native Americans and a plot to people stealing their oil. Then running into such notable gangsters as John Dillinger, Babyface Nelson, Pretty Boy Floyd, Ma Parker, and even Machine Gun Kelly. And of course, our path crosses at the appropriate time where we run into the knowledge of Pearl Harbor being bombed, and we end up with the family losing the son in the family on the shores of Iwo Jima, which basically in itself wraps up with him, Hardesty himself, succeeding in breaking up a Soviet spy ring in New York City, because why not? Now, when it comes to the ideal facts of this movie, it is definitely very whitewashed for it. It is definitely like, hey, the FBI is doing no wrong, so there's no other side of the coin sort of thing. Because this movie is very much presented by the FBI. There's actually a thanking the FBI and for their assistance in being able to do this movie at the final title card of the actual film. And on that first meeting with J. Edgar Hoover, it actually happens on May 29th, 1924, which is about 27 minutes into this 2-hour and 29-minute movie. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this particular episode and look off into the future to see what we're going to be watching for tomorrow, which is the 30th of May, and that is going to be Amazing Grace from 2006. So until then, go see a movie.